All right, good morning, folks. Happy Monday. Starting off with a look at NQ, the 5-minute regular trading hours chart here. Now, on Friday's session, what we wanted to see was how price traded versus that afternoon base. I love a pattern like this. You have a trend move, either higher or lower, and then some sort of afternoon base that you can lean on. Typically, depending on how price trades away from this base, will let us know if this action was accumulation or distribution. Now we have prior day volume point of control, essentially marking the low for yesterday's session, or excuse me, Friday's session. Price resolves higher for the first hour or so, and then just kind of sets up into some churn here. Now for this morning, I'm going to be looking at the same level, that 100 level of interest, that key zone from Friday's session, which price is currently trading down into, and wanting to see how price trades versus this area right through here, with a specific emphasis on the edge points of the prior day's range. It was an inside day on Friday, so I'll be most interested in seeing how price responds to the edge points of Friday's range. It looks like price is coming into that overnight low area as we speak. Right down here, right into the 070 area. And then you've got the prior day low down here right into 057. So main watch is off the open is going to be how price responds to this prior area of support as well as these downside reference points. Now it is Monday, ahead of what is likely going to be a pretty volatile week. So I do have some lower expectations for today. We'll see how the market opens up, what type of action and volume we're looking at early in the sesh. But I do suspect, like most Mondays, it will be a little bit of a slower day. We'll see what actually happens here as we get into the open here in about 3 minutes. We do have a 10 a.m. data print today, so keep an eye on 10 a.m. Let's see how we open up. Price is right here into this 2100 level of interest, so that's the main focus for this morning off the open. Pretty weak here coming into the open. Just taking a look at that 15-minute chart, we do have a series of lower highs. Buyers stepping in again here versus the 2100 level of interest. It'll be interesting to see how this 15-minute candle closes ahead of the bell. See if we get some sort of hammer on that 15-minute candle closure right here. That would be ideal. All right, here comes the open in 30 seconds. There's the open. Buyers stepping in a bit. No real gap this morning. Taking a look at that 5-minute regular trading hours chart. Session volume point of control right here at 150 area. That's for the overnight sesh. Back into that 100 level. Into the session lows there. Overnight low is down into about 070, 20,070. Few points off of that overnight low here. Let's see how that overnight low is treated. Here's a look at that current near-term structure. First 5-minute bar of the sesh closes up in less than 1 minute here. And Q testing the overnight low, and then you've got the prior day low just beneath that. Down through that overnight low now. Prior day low is about 55 or so. 57. There's the prior day low. Next major area here is 20K down beneath the prior day low. So let's see if buyers have any interest in this area so far. Looks like no, not really. Continuing that kind of near-term bearish structure that we've been seeing past couple of days. And not too far off of 20K now. That'll be a much bigger area of support. So far we have that inside day breaking lower. Price coming into 20K. Let's see the reaction as we get into 20K and that low from Thursday. Preference at this point for me is either going to be 10 a.m. reversal time or some sort of market structure based opportunity. Not in a big rush to jump in front of this thing. Let's see, Thursday's low right here. About 9.5. Price pretty much testing it. Currently, session low is 13. Yeah, 5 minute looks decent there. I like to see follow through on that candle, and ideally some action up above the prior day low with then some sort of market structure. Be kind of a loose idea for right now. As of right now, intraday is just a series of lower highs. There's NQ retesting the prior day low. And back into 100 level of interest there. No entry that I saw personally, unless you're just grabbing the low for an intraday reversal. So let's see if buyers can now defend this prior day low area. Intraday fib. Price currently at that 50%. Rejected right there at the 61. Fib sell zone. See if buyers can break that high or not. Just shy of session volume point of control now. You got the session high and VWAP up near there as well. Decent little push there versus the overnight low. Let's see how the highs are treated. Session volume point of control, VWAP, session high. Any longs, you probably want to tighten your trail up into this area. See if NQ can bust through the high here, coming into a tricky spot. Session high, VWAP, volume point of control. So any longs from lower, like I said, you probably want to tighten that trail up. 15-minute does look good. It needs some follow through though. Need to break through that high. See if we get a fresh high here. Any takers on that long setup? That was the higher low at the overnight low. Some yes, some no. Okay. Good deal. Yeah, trade your system. Trade your system. That's what we're here to do. No FOMO. No FOMO at all. It's Monday morning. Like to see a little break of the 133 right here. Raise that trail up beneath 110 or so. That little micro structure there. There we go. NQ just shy of the highs. Session high is 141. Bumping into VWAP right here. About 10 minutes till 10 a.m. as well. 10 till 10. Looks like my trail may get taken out here. And there it goes. Trailed out. Decent play. We'll take it. We'll take it. The idea there, like I had mentioned before it even transpired, wanted to see market structure, base setup with some reference point, some level of interest ideally. We had the overnight low right through there, as well as the prior day low. Yeah, it was a pretty aggressive bounce off the low. I would have preferred a market structure even lower, obviously. But pretty responsive buyers down there. Now sellers showing up versus VWAP, session high, session volume point of control. It's a tricky spot here because you have all of this overhead. And then you have the 100 level of interest right here. So if you're short from VWAP, probably want to cover some risk into the level of interest. Got about 7 minutes till 10 a.m. I like to see how this area resolves one way or another before getting involved again. 30-minute bar is looking pretty good for buyers anyway. Still have 7 minutes before it closes, so. So you see buyers trying to defend that 100 level of interest. Tricky spot. See if it resolves post 10 a.m. We still have that 10 a.m. data print incoming. So if you tried the long, you want to be exiting into this high. Like I said, if you shorted VWAP, you want to be trimming into 100. If you long 100, you want to be trimming into this area. personally, I'm avoiding all of this. Two till 10 a.m. Staying patient right now. Staying patient. Here's our structure, near-term structure. Buyers so far doing a good job of defending the lows down through here. Holding kind of the near-term volume point of control. Need some follow-through on this 15-minute candle with the big tail. That 30-minute, right? Let's see. See what we get here. Grab that little scalp setup at 100 Dom. Not bad. That's a tricky one just based on the location. Just you know you're gonna be bumping right into sellers right there, so looks like ES gave a perfect undercut of the overnight low. Recovered nicely. It's always good to see. Russell, nice undercut of the prior day low. Quick recovery there. So we got some early market-wide strength here. Here comes data, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. data. I'm in cash, cashed up. There we go. NQ retesting VWAP there. VWAP-y. And into session highs. New high of day for Mr. NASDAQ. Can buyers sustain session highs? Let's see. New highs being made there. NQ coming into prior day volume point of control. No new trades put on for me just yet. So buyers have done a good job pushing price up and through this area, though we've not seen much follow through so far. That's kind of the concern here. Volume kind of tapering down here. If this starts to set up into a choppy Monday, it's definitely something I don't want to be involved with. That would not be unusual for a Monday, especially given the economic calendar this week. So again, just a reminder, something to keep an eye on. As of right now, just continuing to focus on how price kind of responds to this area right through here. Buyers trying to force another higher low here right at VWAP, session volume point of control. Prior area of intraday resistance right through there as well. Challenge is that bumping into all the volume from Friday's session and the near term still does show kind of that series of lower highs. Just kind of stepping lower, right? NQ retesting session highs there. There's your new high of day being made. So more buyers starting to materialize. And sellers step right back in there. So again, more clues of kind of the choppiness, right? Russell's looking good today, up and through the overnight high. Pretty nice push there. For anyone that trades the Russell small caps. Volume just barely holding that minimum threshold for NQ. Don't love this post 10 a.m. action. Personally, let's see how 100 is treated here if price gets back into that area. Next 15-minute bar closing up here in less than 2 minutes. So far, buyers unable to break up and through the prior day volume point of control. You can see that high volume node here on the 15-minute chart. So far, it's just been a one and done session for me. About 45 minutes into the sesh. How's everyone's morning so far? How we doing? Avoiding the chop, hopefully. Still cash, nice. No trade day so far, good. Small green from overnight. Small scalp. Waiting for 100. One decent trade. Yeah, my focus for the rest of the morning and the day is just to make sure I'm only involved in an A+ quality play, given the expectations for today's session, right? Expecting a slower day. Definitely could be wrong on that. We can be flexible with our expectations, but we want to make sure we're staying with the focus for the higher quality setup. Volume really tapering out here, so I'm just looking for more and more reasons to disqualify the action. And if you look at this 5-minute, it's just nothing so far. So we have the initial low that was made, and that was down near Thursday's low. You have a higher low at 100. I'd mentioned wanted to pass on that opportunity. You have the kind of micro higher low right there at the overnight low, and buyers are trying to force another overnight low here, but clearly bumping into some selling activity near that prior day volume point of control. Took higher low off 100 on sim, cash on main account. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, there's going to be no shortage of volatility this week. So if it is slower on a day like today, we really don't need to force anything. NQ back near session highs here. 30 minutes still looks pretty good. There's your new high of day and NQ up into the prior day volume point of control. So next major upside level here is the 200 level of interest. Where's our overnight high? Overnight high is way up into 250. Fresh highs being made here. We've got the Russell coming into prior day high. ES also making fresh highs on the session. 15 and 30 minute are definitely looking better. NQ about 20 points away from that 200 level of interest. Definitely some better action now that this area is cleared. See if we get another entry or not. That's the question. See how that 200 is treated here. So we get to be about 1 hour into the sesh. There's that 200 level of interest being tested. Volume definitely improved on this push as well. Volume looks much better now. We've got that next 15-minute bar closing up in 4 minutes here. That's a 30-minute bar as well. So that big 30-minute hammer did show follow through. Took a while, but it did show that follow through. So that first shallow fib is right there near the prior day volume point of control, right near 160. just about 1 hour into the sesh here. So far, it's just been one trade on my end. NQ tested that 200 level of interest. Seller stepped in there. I like to see how that 160 area is going to be treated if price gets into that point. That's that first shallow fib as well as the prior day volume point of control. Looks like buyers front running that area just a bit. I'm looking for this, potentially this area, maybe even down here. And or something like this. Till then, just pretty much sitting. Yeah, the push above 200 would be great. Volume point of control right there. I have it right here at 160. I was looking for a little bit deeper. 10 more points on NQ. On some of those setups that are not true A plus, I want the real thing. I want the real test. So I'm more cautious with some of those front run type of entries that aren't quite there yet. Not worth the additional risk, in my opinion. And now with price making a lower high, it kind of changes the structure a bit here. I may end up just calling it. Give it a few more minutes. Yeah, Benny is 72 this morning at 4 a.m. when I was going to the gym. Humid too. It's nice. Feels nice. 39. Oh my. Oh man. Oh, Irvin, you don't like the humidity? Man, I love humidity. Oh my goodness. I might be the only one, but I love humidity. I feel like a tropical plant. Like I'm just thriving in that humidity. Thailand? No. I'll go for a few weeks, but retirement? Thailand? No. No, sir. Aren't you down in Austin, Irvin? It's even more humid. It's even more humid down there, man. There's no dry heat. Oh, you got to go to Arizona for that dry heat. Phoenix. Might be time to shut it down here. NQ is churning beneath this 200. Chat's gone to straight weather mode, so it's a good clue. Yeah, I think we'll call it there. All right, folks. It's an okay Monday. One setup. One decent setup, if you ask me. One and done type of morning. There's the trade. Main thing today, if you keep it going for today, you really want to be looking for volume. You really want to make sure you have an A+ quality trade. The goal is to avoid chop. You don't want to get chopped up. So far, pretty choppy conditions with the exception of that kind of pre-10 a.m. action. Mondays are typically choppy, and paired with the fact that we do have what is likely going to be a very volatile week ahead of us. Don't expect much from the market today. So some things to keep in mind. Don't overdo it. Don't blow your mental capital and your trading capital on a day like today. Keep an eye on those levels of interest. Keep an eye on volume. And we'll post any necessary updates in the Traders Think Tank, as we always do. But yeah, thanks for jumping in. Thanks for your time. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Take care.